1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh,
then I think he deserves a 2-year contract. See how he goes, because he gets something out of the team that maybe Amirim didn't.
Yeah, or even 18 months just to start with. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to go back to the sending off of the Palace player, and there's an instance that I'm trying to highlight. Now, we've always known football, or the red card in football, to be a sending off, to be a last resort, and we've also known it to only be issued on a dangerous, tackle, like a career-ending tackle or a reckless challenge, right? Now, are we seeing? I think it's a bit too late actually, because it's already happening. But are we seeing a fundamental downgrading of the red card? Oh, is that what we're witnessing?
Well, of course, don't forget it's always been available for a second yellow card booking, isn't it? So,
yes.
Which wouldn't necessarily be a violent tackle.
Yes.
It could be sometimes it is. I was just trying to think. When we played Wolves at home last Sunday week, which we won, I'm just trying to think. I seem to think a player was sent off there, but I may be wrong on that. But for example, someone gets booked. Yeah, it was that game. This young guy, I forget his name, one of the Wolves players, he got booked for not a dangerous tackle, but it was a bookable offence, if you like. And then a little while later, he got very frustrated because the ball ran out. He was with the ball trying to tackle one of our players, and as far as I can see, he ran it out just over the line, and that was confirmed by the TV, and the linesman gave it. The ref blew the whistle, but I don't know whether he claimed he hadn't heard the whistle. I certainly heard it in quite close to the front and near that particular incident. But he then kicked the ball up as if he thought it hadn't gone over the line, and he was trying to pass it back to one of his team. Now it's arguable either way, but he was distraught when the ref held up a second yellow for kicking the ball away. Basically, if you kick the ball away in frustration, even if you throw it down hard on the ground, I saw one the other day, you get booked for that as well, expressing that level of annoyance or frustration. Anyway, the players almost surrounded the ref and said, "You can't send him off," as if a ref is ever going to change his mind. It always amazes me. I suppose it's a reflex, but when someone's got sent off, either with a red or more likely with 2 yellows, a second yellow, sort of they go up to the ref angrily and pleading. As I say, I think, why do they do this? They know it's not going to change that referee's mind, and you get sometimes the manager having to go at the fourth official on the touchline as if he can do anything. So there needs to be a bit of common sense involved in this. But yeah, so he did that, and it was a bit foolish. My own view is he did it. He kicked the ball away in frustration, and maybe subsequently made out that wasn't the case. Well, who knows? But so he went off on that. So red cards, I don't think they're being downgraded. I do feel on this question of double jeopardy in the penalty area, if you get a penalty, it shouldn't also be a sending off unless it's a violent tackle, but it shouldn't be. And I think the rule says, provided you've made a legitimate attempt to win the ball with a tackle. If you put your arms around a player, of course that's going to be a sending off. But I think that's and this is partly why people were a bit frustrated with the one at Palace Man United the other day. It was viewed as a denial of a goal scoring opportunity.
say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
Opportunity. And that's an arguable thing again, because usually you need the player through, or would be through if he wasn't fouled, with just the goalkeeper to beat, and that's obviously a legitimate goal-scoring opportunity. But this one was a bit of an... Anyway, that's something else. But no, I don't think the red card has been cheapened or... I mean, you get it... I think, who was the manager the other day, wasn't it? Daniel Farker, or manager of... is it Leeds?
Leeds.
Managers?
Leeds.
Yeah, he was quite interesting because at the end of the game at the weekend, suddenly the camera goes on him when the players are shaking hands and everything else, and he's running with a purpose towards the ref and the linesman in the middle of the pitch, and it was interesting because you then, as he gets there, the ref's holding up his red card. I mean, and the commentator said, "Oh, he must have said something," but I read that he saw him running towards him quite. He looked menacingly. He's quite a big chap, Daniel, running towards the ref. Obviously, he wanted to moan about something, but I think that the ref held that red card up in kind of almost self-defence, saying, "Don't come any nearer," because he did look aggressive, and of course then, but then he calmed down. I don't know what was said, but he got this red card. He calmed down, and there was them walking around, patting his players and the opposition. And I thought, well, if he's got a red card even after the game, surely he should get off the pitch. But maybe it's because the game is over, but it'll be recorded against him, of course, and he won't be able to go on the touchline for 1-2 games, whatever it is. But yeah, so it's still a powerful weapon of a referee to have a red card, and rightly so. And they can be rescinded, of course, if you appeal. And I think Palace were talking of appealing that one the other day, but I don't think they'll bother because it is a bit arguable. But they can do that. And I think they're also hoping to bring in where you can appeal a yellow card, which up to now you can't do. So that may be a change that's coming our way as well. Did we talk about the forthcoming changes in the World Cup, which will be applied next season? For example, throw-ins, 10 seconds, which is kind of going to do... Yeah, there's 5, I think. Throw-ins have got to... Presumably the ref will start the timer when the player's got the ball, I assume, because what I think it's designed to stop... I mean, sometimes when you get these long throw-ins, the player will run from another part of the field who can do the long throw, if it's anywhere near the opponent's goal, and that takes a while. And then they pick the ball up. They usually dry it with a towel or under their football shirt at the top, and then line up. And you
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins